So the second that I turned stopped recording, I remembered what it was. Drive forms. That's what they were called. It's not a difficult name to remember, but I am the kind of person who will forget anything the second that I'm trying to remember it. But yeah, drive forms in Kingdom Hearts 2 are one of the things that I really did enjoy a lot. And the final drive form, which is just called the final form, is super OP. But drive forms are basically timed, so you can only use them for so long. And not only is final form it kind of random in how you get it, like it is basically randomized. How you get it the first time. What are these? No. I don't want to do that. But the initial versions of the form, you don't get much time to use it. So it's super OP, but it doesn't last very long. And in order, you don't get it until like in the very last level of the game. And even then, you get it by chance. Basically, there's like an invisible counter that every time you use another drive form, you have a chance of getting this drive form instead. And then after that you can use it like normal, but the first time is completely random. But one thing that I didn't like as much in Kingdom Hearts 2 is that basically all of your like basic abilities, like the dodge roll, although the original Kingdom Hearts 2 didn't have a dodge roll. The remix did add one in because it added another drive form. But stuff like basically high jump, glide, which glide is the ability you get from final form. All of those things were connected to your drive form. So in order to get them for your character or for Sora, you had to level up the drive forms. And that is a lot of work, and it's impossible to level them up to an extent where you're going to get like the higher level stuff without grinding a lot. Because you can only use, I mean, the high jump you can probably do because that's on the first drive form you get, and it's the easiest one to use. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm gonna just run around on the roofs for a little bit. But everything else, like especially final form, because you get in the last level and because it's sort of a random occurrence, you have to grind if you want the glide ability. Because by that point, there's not enough game left for you to get those abilities naturally. I'm looking for Frollo, right? I am about to drop again, aren't I? Wow, I did not get very far with Riku at all. Oh. Oh, I need to revive my thing. Oh, for a second I could link. Yeah, I don't get why Riku gets all the cool stuff. Sora just gets to bounce on Blobcat, and Riku gets these cool dark abilities. Just more proof that dark powers are way more rad than good powers. He's gonna drop on his own in a second, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Glad I made progress there. Oh, hey, aerial recovery. That was what I was talking about. Great. That was exactly what I was talking about. Oh. Go right back in the middle of the fight. As soon as I'm out of this fight, I'll equip aerial recovery, and then these things will be slightly less annoying. Stop. See, I'm already pressing the button automatically to recover in the air. Which must mean the controls for these games are very similar, because it hasn't been too recently since I've played one of these games. I mean, it wasn't too long ago, because I just bought these remixes, both 1.5 and 2.5 combined, and 2.8 for my PS4, like, within the last, we'll say, 5 months or so. And I did play a little bit of Birth by Sleep again. So it hasn't been too long, but it's been at least a couple months since I've played it. And I've definitely played a lot more games since then. Can I link with you? There was a link for a second. Yeah. Alright, what do you got? Okay. See, this looks like it might be a little bit more useful. There are no enemies around, so, you know. But that one looks more useful than Blobcats. So, yeah, maybe some of oh, he's super dizzy now, though. Maybe some of Sora's abilities to link with his Dream Eaters won't be so bad. What am I supposed to be doing as Sora? I have no idea when I'm going to release this, so for all I know, you guys will have seen the Real versus Real once I do. In fact, I'm willing to bet that I will have uploaded the Real versus Real prior to uploading this. Only because now that I've seen how long it takes to upload a video of this size, I'm probably going to do it on a day when I'm not going to need to use my internet. Am I supposed to leave the Notre Dame? I saw stairs somewhere. What am I doing? What is my motivation right now? I just got here. Oh, I don't want to fight more things. What happened to the Square Enix 2-room rule? Yeah, well. There weren't question marks, so I doubt this is the way I'm supposed to go. Is there something telling me what I need to do? What is this? What is this memento thing? Oh, God, no. I'm not gonna look at those again. Trophy shelf. Okay. No, thank you. Story. Nope. That's just giving me the story. Game records? Nope. I don't see anything telling me what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So I can jump down there if I want. See, glide would be amazing in this level. Just fly around Paris. Whee! Alright, well, I'm out of the Notre Dame. Let's see. Let's see if I can find question marks somewhere. Oh, I'm going after Quasimodo. Okay, so I am supposed to be in the Notre Dame. I apologize. Going after Frollo with Riku and Quasimodo with Sora. So wait, was I in the right place going up the stairs? Nope. Okay, there's question marks. Those pretty colors. Very pretty colors.
This is Big Marie.
Wow, it's just like the energy of the movie. This is Big Marie.
Looks like Quasi's gonna be just fine.
Shut up, Sora.
He's tough.
We may be hard as stone.
Oh, the writing. You guys, the writing, it's so bad. Come on, Disney. I know you can do better than this.
You could stay here forever.
No,
Sounds a little bit stalky,
You have
Quasimodo.
sanctuary.
but not freedom. Gypsies don't do well inside stone walls.
Hey, if we use some of the dialogue from the
You helped
movie,
me.
maybe
Now,
we can convince
I
you
will
that
help
this
you.
is just as good.
But there's no way out.
Even though it's told in a way that's so completely nonsensical that you really would have had to have seen the movie to know what was going on right now. So, if you have seen the movie, then why are we trying to continue to
So how come you and Quasimodo
summarize
are so
it for you?
close? We've been friends for years.
More than a decade of camaraderie.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
He never leaves?
Oh, he's not allowed to leave. Judge Frollo forbids it.
Why?
Care to pull up a stool?
The short version is, Frollo thinks he's doing Quasi a favor
That's
by
not
keeping
true.
folks from seeing that mug of his.
After a lifetime of watching from the nosebleed seats, Quasi just wants
In
to
this
go to the
version,
beach
Quasimodo
to pool.
just made
We're
the
so
church
proud
in
of
a
him for
block of
finally working up the
buildings and
courage
nothing
to do it.
else.
'Tis a
His
shame
carving
those
skills
creatures dashed his hopes.
are considerably
When's the last time you looked in a mirror?
reduced
Well, you
in the game
broke it.
version.
Ah, a wise guy, eh?
Knock it off, you couple of blockheads! I just hope this one failure doesn't cause Quasi to give up. He was so close.
He can't let his heart be a prison. Don't worry. I'll go talk to him.
Oh no. Do I watch it? Do I watch it or do I just skip it for my own sanity? Oh, it's gonna just straight up do it. I didn't. Oh, hey, it skipped it. Great, thanks. I don't think I can handle it. I might watch some of those in some of the other levels, but you guys, I really like this movie. And it's painful to watch it basically lobotomized like this. So when I said the writing was worse in the first Kingdom Hearts, I meant the actual writing. Like, the dialogue especially was worse. Because it actually seemed almost... Wait, what am I doing now? Am I done with this? Am I also looking for Frollo now? Am I trying to find Quasimodo still? Should I jump off of the Notre Dame again? I think the answer is yes. Okay. Oh crap, I forgot to equip aerial recovery. But the writing is worse. Darn it. I hated that. That's probably another ability that I need to get is this, like, leaf breaker. So that... Oh. Okay. Cutscene.
Hello again. Sora, was it?
You're not wearing your armor now.
You're that guy with Frollo.
Easy. I'm not looking for any sort of fight. Finally, someone sensible. I'm Phoebus. Tell me, is she still safe in the cathedral?
If she is Esmeralda, then Quasimodo helped her escape.
Blast.
What's wrong?
It's Judge Frollo. He's obsessed with destroying the gypsies. And his mind is in a dark place.
See, this is the problem with this. It's like, we're just gonna sit here and tell you exactly what happens in the movie.
That's not fair.
Rather than giving you, like, a legitimately decent story to play in.
Esmeralda and her friends are in danger. We have to find them and
Neither one of you guys can just see Quasimodo sort of hanging out over here.
Quasimodo! Esmeralda's in trouble.
Where did she go?
I don't know.
The writing is bad in the first one because it actually, it's very fragmented. Like, it seems like, I don't know if it was just in an era where they didn't think that games needed to have that good of writing, but it does feel extremely fragmented, like especially in conversations and stuff. It feels like they're just missing whole chunks of exposition. And then the second you get into stuff like Chain of Memories and Kingdom Hearts 2, that disappears,
Yeah, Quasi.
and you have much more,
I'm going to save her.
do I even have to be paying attention to this? I'm assuming it's just exactly what happens in the movie, but with Dream Eaters and not as good. So dialogue improves, like character relationships improve, and nothing is really fragmented anymore, but it's still not good. It's just, it seems like they were really trying, like maybe almost too much, like they tried to cram way too much story into it, and it was maybe a little bit not great story at times. Aerial recovery. Yeah. Now every time I press that button, it'll actually do something. So are we going to the Court of Miracles, I'm assuming? Or are we... I guess I should be paying attention. He had the map, right? So we must be going to the Court of Miracles. Oh, this thing means I can't leave. I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm assuming I'm doing the right thing then. But yeah, it's weird. It's like, I actually don't have a problem with the story itself in the first game and think that the levels are actually handled better. The story's by no means like incredible. It's actually very cliche. It's basically what you see in any Chosen One story. But like the way the levels are handled, it had a lot less of that trying to summarize the entire movie. I think Aladdin had some. But other than that, it changed it just enough so that it didn't feel like you were watching a Cliff Notes version of it. And I think that actually made it better. So it was kind of like the story worked more for me, but the writing was worse. And then in Kingdom Hearts 2, the story gets super convoluted, and the basically Cliff Notes Disney movies drive me crazy. But the writing itself, oh, I'm about to die. Where's these other flowers? I see a bunch of these stupid things. Where are the flowers? God damn it. I can't do anything with those. I'm supposed to defeat 3 big flowers. Where are the other 2? Am I supposed to use this thing that I just cleared? Ooh. Where am I going? Oh, I see a treasure chest down here. Let go. And some levels are definitely worse than others. Like, some of the levels where you already know the characters aren't too bad because they have to change them slightly in order to make sense. But levels like, especially the Pirates of the Caribbean level, that one's the most painful. Where it's basically like, here we're gonna do the exact same thing the movie does, but we're not gonna shoot it as expertly. We're not going to have nearly as good actors, and you're going to get a severely reduced version. But there's some more thorns. There's another one. Oh my god. No! Immediately get it on cure again. Cause I'm poised. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yep. Ouch. Oh boy, I get to do all of it again. This poisoning is really starting to get on my nerves. I was just about to say, can I block those? But I have this feeling that I probably can't. Guess I could try. have to collect all the treasure again? Darn it. Kingdom Hearts. Just... Oh, there's another flower. Maybe I'll just try to stay away from that poisoning thing. As I run towards it and somehow get poisoned. Nope. Leave me alone. I keep getting the option to... So I'm gonna do a Steven Universe countdown next, because as I said, by now Moana versus Frozen is probably up. I'm not gonna say anything about it just in case I do for some reason decide to upload this before it, which is, it's a possibility. I might upload it tomorrow instead if I get bored. So I'm not gonna say anything about it to spoil. But yeah, I'm gonna do the Steven Universe countdown. Should be fun. Countdowns always take a lot of work, but I have a feeling if it's just one subject matter, it's probably not gonna be as bad. Where was that treasure chest? Oh well. I don't know that I care. Aw, man. Come on. I hit that thing. Oh, I really hate you. I really hate you. There we go. Now's another good time to break. I am going to finish this level with Sora way ahead of Riku again. I'm surprised that me sitting here and talking to myself, basically. Well, let's do this when there are actually enemies around. See how well it does. It's not too bad. That my cat doesn't just wonder what the hell I'm doing. Ah! Okay, those explode. So my cat's name is Tuna. And if you have seen the Moana review, the Moana versus Frozen review, then you know what he looks like. And before anyone who has watched me for a while asks, the gigantic yellow cat is fine. His name is Maurice. And he is my cat, but when I tried to move him in with me, oh god, it's like 4 years ago now. He didn't do well. He was 7 years old and he had lived in one place for the entirety of that time, and he was already one of the most neurotic cats like I have ever had. So he didn't handle it very well, and by didn't handle it very well, he almost died. He's fine now, but he basically got to a point where he was refusing to eat and drink. Well, he refused to drink first. And then we fixed that. And then he stopped eating. And now he's better again. But, after about a month of trying and 3 vet visits and then medicine for a year, I decided, you know what? You're going to live with my parents in the house where you're apparently comfortable. And honestly, that first apartment was very small, so he went from a 2-story house to a tiny, tiny studio apartment. So maybe, did I just go right back to where I was? Am I going the right way? I need to be paying attention to where I'm going. I think I haven't been here. Yeah, enemies. So I moved him back in with my parents, and then for a while I was like visiting every weekend and staying the night so I could see my kitty. Up until about a year ago, actually. And the reason that changed was because of Tuna. I didn't actually plan to get another cat because part of me really did want to kind of hope that maybe once he was better and everything, we could try again, because I freaking love Maurice. I still do. I mean, I adore him. He was essentially my first pet, but honestly, for his own benefit, he probably shouldn't try to ever move again. But I basically, I didn't plan on having another cat, but Tuna basically found me. There are a lot of strays around here, and I live on a 2nd floor apartment, and for some reason he just decided to come visit. And the first time I didn't have any cat food, all I had was Tuna, which is why his name is Tuna. Then for a while he was my indoor-outdoor part-time porch cat. And then finally I just decided to make him an indoor cat permanently. And now he's a spoiled indoor cat who is starting to get a little plump, as is generally the case. He is considerably more chill than Maurice, which is a good thing, because Maurice, as I said, is the opposite of chill. He's the kind of cat that even if he is totally comfortable with where he is and who he's around, any sudden movements and he'll like freak out. And that's probably my fault. Because he was my first pet, I was super protective, overly protective of him. So maybe if I had been less freaked out, he wouldn't have become such a neurotic cat. But yeah, Tuna doesn't give a crap. Like, I could drop something loud right next to him by accident, and he would just sit there and be like, "What are you doing?" And is totally fine with just sitting in the other room while I'm here, apparently talking to myself. He doesn't care. He's also a psychopath. Like, he has 2 modes, which is chill and cuddly, and psychopath. Eventually, I might speed through some of this fighting. Like I said, I don't really want to skip a lot of it because Square Enix games tend to encourage... Okay, which way do I go? I should probably try, like, speeding through this a little bit. Yeah? Tend to encourage grinding. I feel like I've been here. A little more than I'd like. No, I don't want to go back. I want to go this way. So to avoid grinding, I just fight everything that I come across naturally, because I don't feel like grinding. Okay. Yeah, we are going to the Court of Miracles. Sweet. Oops. Save is not triangle. Alright, I'm about to drop, so I'm just gonna skip back to Riku. Take a drink of my coffee while I'm waiting. Wait. I already have aerial recovery. Do I want? Do I really need it again? Do I need to get 2 aerial recoveries in order to give it to both of them? I'm gonna find out. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna find out. Okay, enemies nearby, I was gonna say. So I'm on a staycation this week, which I've already mentioned. After doing a 12-day week, which is not normal. I was doing overtime. My job doesn't allow overtime very often, so when it does, I tend to take it and then regret it. Because of that, because I've been working for straight 12 days, I feel like I have 2 modes. Either I'm lazy and I don't feel like doing anything and I'm very unproductive, or I'm doing all the things and I can't stop doing stuff. So the way this vacation has been so far is basically every day I've been working on video stuff, or doing this, or modifying my real versus real. He's still looking for Frollo, right? What's up there? Let's go up there. Jump. And I haven't gotten to the point where all vacations should get to. Obviously, I've been here. Which I haven't gotten to a point where I've actually been able to sleep in. I have not slept in past, like, 9 o'clock for this whole vacation. 9 o'clock. I have to, like, really try hard to get to 9 o'clock. Because I'm so used to waking up at like 7 o'clock for work. And it's just not a vacation unless you completely screw up your sleeping schedule. Darn it. Nope. Now what I haven't done a lot of, that's right, I didn't equip aerial recovery with him, is actually doing stuff outside of my apartment. On the first day I went to a 4th of July party at my sister's place, which was fun. And since then I've just been working inside. I've gone to the store a couple times. I went out and got that adapter for these headphones today and went to the grocery store. But other than that, I mean, honestly, it's been gross outside. Like, last week, while I had to work the whole time, was probably the most beautiful week of the summer so far. And then this week, it's back to gross. It's back to humid and 90 degrees and awful. So I don't really want to be outside very much. Normally, maybe I'd try to, like, go for a walk or something. Or a couple walks during the day. So I get some exercise. But I don't want to. No, No, that's not question marks. Where am I supposed to go? I need to get somewhere with Riku. Alright, I'm gonna just straight up ignore you guys, because you guys are distracting me. No. No more. No more fighting. No more fighting until I figure out where I need to be. Okay, so here's where I fought the flower as Sora. So am I going to the same place that I went to as Sora? Yeah, okay. Hey, there's the boss fight. What is with the color coding in this game?
Not like this is fair. No use. I gotta run for it.
Clearly you've never played a Dark Souls game, Riku. Sometimes things breathe fire at you and you just gotta run. Okay, I'm not taking my own advice and actually running. Treasure! Ah! Considerably easier than a Dark Souls game, granted. That may be the kind of game that you will never see me play. Or maybe you will. I still need to play through Bloodborne. Then you can all make fun of me for being bad. What is this thing? Oh, crap. I'm getting a void. I missed the... I'm just gonna run. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? I missed the... Oop, 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 oop. No, that's not it. Missed the prompt up at the top. Here's some treasure. Confetti candy! I have no idea what this stuff is for. I'm gonna guess that I can't go that way. Crap. I'm also gonna get... Oh, hey, I can go this way. What do you know? Whoosh. But yeah, eventually I need to play through Bloodborne.
I will not. What have these people done wrong?
I have proof.
Because I freaking love the setting in that game.
That's not a crime.
I can think of
The whole Lovecraftian thing is way more my thing than the sort of... I mean, honestly, with Dark Souls, it's still very dark fantasy, but it's still the fantasy setting, which is fine. It's just not as interesting as the Lovecraftian setting.
all gypsies, now and forever.
This is all wrong.
He won't listen. Once you've fallen that far, there's
Yeah,
almost
so
no
these things
coming
just
back.
work exactly like Heartless. Just make them Heartless.
I am
The
a
Heartless have
man.
better color combinations, and some of them actually look cool. And the ones that are supposed to look cute actually look cute, rather than these creatures which don't look very cute. I don't think they're cute. I haven't seen one that I think is cute yet. But shadows, those things are freaking cute.
No, you don't.
Did we actually get to the boss fight as Rico before Sora? That's surprising.
You alright?
Well, can't say you didn't warn me.
Dude, you are the worst soldier ever. You're wearing armor! Also, when did you put on your armor? Weren't you just not wearing it a second ago?
Be the first. Sorry.
I'll admit, you look more capable than me right now.
Yeah, and isn't that just a little bit sad?
Be careful. It looks like that creature is heading for the cathedral.
No,
Okay.
I did not reach the boss fight as Rico before Sora. Obtained Sonic Impact. Press square. That's clearly a square. While jumping to air slide and move through the air at high speed. If you have Sonic Impact installed, you can press square while air sliding to gain a second burst of speed. Dark Obsession. Alright, I'll watch this.
You've come to Paris in her darkest hour, Captain. It will take a firm hand to
I
save
also
the
need
weak
to
minded
eventually
beings
play
who
through Mass Effect Andromeda, but I find that game so depressing that
Sir?
it's hard for
20
me
years,
to
I have been taking care
find the
of the
energy.
gypsies. And
Like,
yet,
I made all of these
all my
excuses because I've played actually through a large part of it,
believe they have a
and then I was
safe
sort of like, you know what, I'm gonna just wait until they do all the patches for it, and then I'll play through it properly. But now I'm pretty sure they have all the patches out for it, and I'm like, or I could play The Witcher 3 again, I guess. I honestly think that's the way. Like, I don't think that game is nearly as bad as some people say it is, but I think the worst part about it is just how disappointing it is. Because Mass Effect is one of my favorite franchises. I freaking love Mass Effect. Like, when I first played through that series, and honestly, the first few times I played through that series, it completely absorbed my life. So I was super excited for Andromeda. Sliding sidewind or sliding crescent. These commands let you transition from slide commands performed as... I'm not going to remember a lot of these things. Okay, so I can equip aerial recovery with him. So, yeah. I don't need to... This is Sonic Impact. Okay, so Sonic Impact is a main ability. So I can use Sliding Crescent with Air Slide, or I can use it with Sonic Impact. Okay, no, I just can use Sliding Crescent with Sonic Impact. These are basically square and X. Both of these are square and X. And you know, I'm not like a lot of people who didn't like Dragon Age Inquisition. I actually freaking love Dragon Age Inquisition. So I had my hopes relatively high for Andromeda. I would have been fine if it were as good as Dragon Age Inquisition. Even if it didn't quite reach the original series, I would have been perfectly content with Dragon Age Inquisition Mass Effect. But I mean, that's kind of the way they went with it, but with bad writing and worse graphics. So now it's very hard to get motivated to play. And part of me is wondering if I shouldn't just, if I do play through again, just play as generic, good-looking male writer rather than trying to create my own female character, just so it feels different and I can separate myself from my first disappointing playthrough. Because I feel like I waited so long for it that I might as well play through it, but you know. I'm heading back to the cathedral now. Getting to this level is much longer than Traverse Town. I'm getting to a 20-minute point again. I think I do one level per video. I mean, despite the fact that it's so disappointing, though, I'm still looking forward to the next Dragon Age. I'm probably going to be a little bit more hesitant in my enthusiasm, as is generally the case after I've been deeply disappointed. But I'm not in the camp of people who think BioWare is just useless now. I think that having EA as basically their overlords, that there's just some things that they don't have control over. And one of those things is being rushed. Being rushed with their games. Because that's been the major problem with all of their huge failures. And Dragon Age Inquisition, I don't consider a failure at all. As I said, I really like that game. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I mean, it still has some of the janky BioWare qualities, but at that point I've just come to expect that. And honestly, if we're really like if we're going to nitpick here, the other major studio with its major fantasy and sci-fi franchise, Bethesda, has super janky graphics too. Fallout 4, while the environments are pretty, the character models look terrible. I like that I had to run all the way here to experience a cutscene, and now I have to run all the way back. Oh, it looks like the city's on fire too. Fun. Oh, Riku's about to drop. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and break again because I'm reaching 26 minutes.